still awake there, Dave? Alright, so after sitting on the toilet for a while, I think I figured out what Boston Rob was talking about when he said that Natalie should have taken Tony on when she had the chance to. I think he was talking about doing what Chris did in the first Edge of Extinction season, when after he won immunity, he purposely gave it up to take on Rick Devens in the fire-making challenge. That was her opportunity to take him out. I think had she had done that and beat him, I think she would have won that season. Alright, enough of that. So what's up, guys? Okay. Now, before I get started on this, I just wanted to say, okay, there we go. Alright, so before this starts, I just wanted to say why I'm doing this now. Why I'm doing this tonight. Of all nights. So basically, the reason I wanted to do this tonight was because of one of the channels on here called Sir Spooks decided that he wanted to do. One here. Alright. It's because Sir Spooks decided that he wanted to do a near 1 hour video. And I was like, boy, you crazy? So, seeing as how he wanted to do a 1 hour video, I decided that, I can't really get out of it, because if I decided to wait, I had this up the whole time. What am I doing? I had that off the whole time. What is wrong with me? I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, okay, that was fun. Alright, so welcome to the stream, guys. I realized... What's wrong with me? Oh my god. Alright, so... I don't know, maybe I'm still on that high of a Survivor finale. That was... I don't want to give anything away, but it was epic. It was an epic finale. So, welcome to the stream now. As I said before, the reason why I wanted to do one of these tonight was because apparently one of the channels decided, hey, you know what would be great? To do a 1 hour video. And so I wanted to do this tonight, because if I decided to wait until my Saturday stream, which already takes up a good hour and 30 minutes at least, that I decided to wait until then to watch this video, then the stream would run in over 2 hours, and it's like, no. So I want to get this one done and out of the way fast. So first we're going to catch up on a couple of Chills videos that I haven't seen yet, and then we're going to move on to the Sir Spooks one. So, display up. Hey! Alright, the first one we're going to watch is from Chills, 5 scary videos you can't handle watching through. Let's go.
I really think this top 5 list is scary enough to stop you from finishing. Let's see if you can prove me wrong. Number 5. In 2010, a man from South Jersey named Nick mysteriously went missing. His older brother Mark vanished shortly thereafter. Their small town was devastated by these back-to-back disappearances and feared the worst. There wasn't a shred of evidence for police to go off of, at least not until a few months later when one of Nick's high school acquaintances receives this mysterious post office package. Inside the package are memory cards and hard drives with hundreds of videos to analyze. Eerily enough, the return address was Nick's house, so either Nick sent this himself or someone else mailed it on his behalf well after his disappearance. Perhaps it was sent by whoever was responsible. A lot of the videos are typical teenage vlogging material you'd expect from 2010. Basic stuff like making a sandwich or watching TV. But on the other hand, there are at least 30 videos containing super creepy information relevant to his whereabouts, or should I say his possible remains. Let's retrace Nick's steps. On September 3rd, 2010, Nick goes to the notoriously haunted Pleasant Mills.
Hold on a second. I think I dropped. Yep, I did. My canker sore medicine.
Cemetery in Batstow, Jersey, to see what he can find. On the other side of an old bridge in the woods, he sees some 1800 burial markers and an old church that makes him feel creeped out. Though whatever he thinks he sees while standing on this bridge is what freaks him out the most. This is where voices are said to sometimes be heard on the water. Tell me if you see anything. I honestly can't say I see anything strange, but maybe something was there that didn't show up on camera. The video ends with him running back to his car looking very serious and scared, wide eyes and all, so he probably really did see something strange. He never wants to go back there again, but at sometimes the experience eats away at him until a week later on September 10th, when he goes back to settle his curiosity once and for all, this time with his friend Austin. Night has fallen by the time they arrive. There's not much activity by the old church, so they walk over to the river. They don't hear anything and aren't really that scared, so they challenge each other to sit in the darkness under the bridge. The very same bridge where Nick first saw something, mind you. And as soon as their lights go out, they make contact.
You hear that?
When they turn their lights on to see what's out there, they see this broad goblin-like face looking back at them, soon followed by a splash of water, like something jumping at them, or else reaching up from the depths below. Away they run and away it follows. I don't know what this thing is, but since they've disturbed its home twice now, it decides to return the favor. What you're about to witness happened on the very same night. Nick sees movement behind this curtain wall and thinks it has to be his older brother Mark. It certainly looks like someone's hands, and yet no one's there. Suddenly it grows very cold where he's standing, cold enough to see his own breath, which is odd considering it isn't cold enough to see his breath when he's outside looking for Mark. They really should have stopped going there, but on September 18th they try again. This time, after following these strange lights in the woods, they discover something they were never meant to have. This nondescript book has no title, but I want to know more about this strange binding. It looks like part of a protective ritual, or maybe even a curse upon whoever opens it without permission. Nick grabs it and they go get something to eat, and that's subsequently when they start getting followed even worse than ever before. By now, Nick and Austin have developed somewhat of an unhealthy obsession with the Pleasant Mill Cemetery. It scares them, but it also attracts them and they can't stop going. Maybe something there is enticing them to return. Something that wants its book back, and the more times they visit, the stronger its presence becomes at home.
tired of this. Wait. What the?
When you look at the picture before it falls at 10 minutes and 28 seconds, I think it's a picture of Mark, the older brother who would soon disappear. On September 27th, Nick and Austin make a discovery that they seem to shrug off but I think is important. It's inside of an old house that they find not too far from the cemetery. The outside looks like it went ablaze a long time ago. Through a square hole in the floor, they spy an area that looks like it could have been a secret chamber when covered. They get a really bad feeling and don't want to go down, but Austin makes a simple observation that I think speaks volumes.
Oh, it smells. Alright, we're wasting time. We gotta go.
It could be mold, or it could be a body that hasn't been disturbed in quite some time. Things get really crazy after they discover the possible body. By November 2nd, Mark is gone and nobody knows where he went. Nick goes back to the cemetery to look for his brother, and this final recording is what he finds. A tall figure with an all-white face marches toward him, with a long tool in his hand. All I will say is that it looks like Nick sadly met the same fate as his brother. Number 4. If you've been watching Scary Countdowns for a while, then you've probably come across this video.
I've seen
at
this
some
video.
point. What other channels don't bother to tell you is that there's an additional 2 months worth of evidence to analyze. But first, let me start with this viral video of their fateful first encounter. On May 3rd, 2011, a strange man who
I think I saw this on Surf Spooks and Nuke's Top 5.
they've never seen before randomly stands outside of the apartment of a YouTuber named Andrew J. Neese. Andrew and his girlfriend do what most people would do and dial for help. Here's the original phone call with the authorities. Tell me if you think it's real.
He's just like looking up at the window. He's been there for about 30 minutes now. Yeah, male, maybe about 30, I guess. I don't know, I can't tell.
There's never an actual voice on the other end, which makes me suspect it could be staged, and I thought 911 operators were trained to stay on the line until police come. That's not what happens here.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, that's where most channels leave off, but this is actually just the beginning. What most people don't know is that there's another 911 phone call made by his girlfriend the very next night on May 4th to anyone who has ever worked in emergency response. Tell me if this second phone call sounds legit, or if they're just pretending to talk to someone.
I'd really like to do something about it. Yeah, my boyfriend already made a report. We're at there's a parking lot behind our house. Yeah, 6:50. Okay. Thanks.
Another night passes, and the figure returns, silent and wide-eyed as ever. Andrew gets upset enough to say something this time, and look what happens to the camera when he does.
Hey. Hey.
I don't know what's going on.
A red flash occurs at 58 seconds, a brief electronic disturbance possibly induced by an intensive wave of emotions, perhaps a telekinetic reaction to getting yelled at.
Or a camera glitch. You ever thought of that?
I say this because the exact same curious red flash happened 6 days later on May 12th, except this time, their stalker is not even there. They simply sense him and then the flash appears.
He's not even there!
Alright.
And by June 17th, it's gotten to the point where Andrew's motion sensor camera keeps zooming in on a figure that simply isn't there. The equipment is having trouble focusing. In other words, on the very same spot where their not-so-secret admirer had stood for over a month straight. So is Andrew manually making it go out of focus, or is there an invisible phantom figure really standing there like he says? But I'm getting way ahead of myself by mentioning the events of June. That's a particularly bad month for them, and we still aren't done talking about May 8th to be exact, when they first started to suspect the perpetrator could be supernatural.
Hey, look, he's thrown the window.
His arms are at his sides, and yet something pings off the window.
I don't even see him throwing anything.
Oh my god, how's he doing then?
And sure enough, there's another odd flash at 1 minute and 6 seconds, like something's feeding off the peak of their fear, growing stronger. No longer is the watcher satisfied with leering at them from the corner. He now wants inside. A full month of harassment accumulates in scraps of paper, all saying the same word, hello. Apparently, this is some form of psychotic social interaction for whoever's doing this. A creepy game they are just beginning to play. Time only makes the man grow bolder. By June 20th, the tapping is all over their windows. It's the sound of someone's finger against glass, and yet there's no silhouette to be seen. Either they are behind the couch tapping, or they're somehow making this noise from the alley outside. Left on the window is a picture of this creepy smiling face with X'd out eyes. Only someone who's really into the idea of tormenting two totally innocent people would bother drawing this, let alone deliver it in person. Little does Andrew or his girlfriend know they are less than 1 day from seeing him up close for themselves. On June 22nd there's more tapping, which is not even that unusual by this point. And so Andrew's girlfriend goes to the window thinking that no one is there. She throws open the blinds, still recording for evidence, and waiting for her is the watcher himself, closer than he has ever been before. It's hard to see, but at 47 seconds he's holding an illustration of the same grisly face as before, X'd out eyes, this time with a message that says hello in the same handwriting as the scrap notes left by their door. I doubt he just wants to only say hello for much longer. Soon he will probably be saying goodbye to them, probably moments before he ends their lives. So if he's standing outside of the house in May, and outside of their window by June, then he will probably be standing somewhere inside their house by July. Thankfully, they managed to move out before my theory gets put to the test. Now, in a different location with iron bars, they finally feel safe for the first time in months, but their hopes of a peaceful life are shattered by the 1st of July when a familiar figure slides in. Something's off about this extra blurry entrance. He doesn't walk into frame so much as simply materializes, and come to think of it, I've never actually seen him move before. Then when it's time to leave, he vanishes, leaving only a faint trace as he walks. It could be the camera, or it could be editing, or it could be an actual ghost, in which case this may have been the last video, but I doubt it was their final encounter. Number 3.
Creepy.
Annie Bennett and her boyfriend move into this old farmhouse 2.5 years ago.
Not gonna lie, Chill's promised 5 scary videos, can't handle watching through. And so far, yeah, I'm having difficulty with it.
And have been experiencing a lot of strange happenings ever since, particularly in this blue dining room. The instruments tend to play by themselves over the years, but for some reason this piano has been getting all of the attention lately, so it's where they decide to set up the camera. Hardly anything at all happens in part 1, which is 10 minutes long and slow enough to elicit some angry comments from people too impatient to get all the way through. But then there's some good moments that I want to point out, like how at 4 minutes and 17 seconds there's a strange light on the wall for absolutely no reason. It doesn't look like a laser pointer and it never happens again. Then the clock strikes 2:19 a.m. and mysteriously pops open. I see no string and no other way for them to have done this, but maybe you do. I suppose now is a more appropriate time to share more about the history of this farmhouse. There used to be an old woman who lived here all by herself. They say at 2:19 in the morning was the exact moment when she is said to have passed on. She was said to have been musically gifted. At 2:19 is also where the Spencer piano seemingly plays by itself. So this high note is conveniently coming from a key that's not even on camera. Obviously Annie or her boyfriend have to be sitting off to the side, or at least that's what I thought until I saw this next part. Okay, so that's not supposed to happen. I'm thinking that maybe the piano wires are worn out and old, which can sometimes cause a note to play by itself, but I don't think that's why, because nothing like this happened for a full 10 minutes prior. This tray and clock move at the same time. One of them could have pulled the tray by the corner that's off camera, sure, but the way the clocks open is something I can't explain. And as the night wears on, the spirit becomes stronger, able to play more. Please tell me this piano is one of the old-fashioned types that can play by itself. Otherwise, I have absolutely no idea how this is possible. And even if it can play by itself, I've never seen a piano that can do what it does at 5 minutes and 49 seconds. Self-playing? Maybe. Self-shutting? No way. I guess Annie could have slammed the lid shut while off camera, but after this reflection fades away like someone is sitting down, I can safely say I've officially run out of rational explanations and can only assume this to be paranormal. And I don't care if someone is sitting off camera or not, there's no way for them to play a piano with the lid on. I can't even explain half of these paranormal occurrences, so I have to conclude that this farmhouse is almost definitely haunted by someone who refuses to accept that they've passed on.
Now, I've talked about this before, how I like to, broaden my horizons with my YouTube channel and all that. I still have my secondary channel where I plan to do paranormal countdowns myself, but I want to do some actual investigations, and I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind investigating this farmhouse to see for myself if these are true or not. I mean, I can think of multiple ways that this piano could be playing other than paranormal, and I can think of maybe like a spring trap of some kind that can open that clock, but that can open that clock without anyone being there. So there's some experiments there that can be done, but I would still like to investigate because it's either a brilliantly thought out hoax or something truly paranormal.
Numbered.
Okay, how they were able to do that, I don't know.
To October of 2017 is when a Canadian YouTuber named Moosey started to experience supernatural problems in his home that were far from normal. Things like spirit sightings and hearing voices. Something is in his house with him, something he can't see and wants gone. One afternoon, Moosey is playing a PS4 game with his brother when the television starts acting up in a way that's been happening far too often lately.
And it's really weird, like, he's been telling me it's been happening all day.
Somebody could have simply turned it off with a remote. His brother Joe isn't holding the remote, but maybe Moosey is. I don't think it was either one of them though, because it looks like somebody unplugged the television, even though they were both across the room.
Guys, what the This is what I'm seeing! Disconnected again! What's going on?
And when you look again at 4 minutes and 23 seconds, you might be able to see the faintest orb go by his wrist. Since this was made in October, I was thinking maybe this was a Halloween video or something like that, but Moosey's paranormal problems continued well into November. That's when it moved into his room. He claims he can no longer sleep because it feels as if something is watching over him.
Guys, I don't know what's going on. There's just something preventing me.
At 1 minute and 30 seconds, there are bags under his eyes that were not visible in the previous video from a week ago, so I see no reason not to believe what he says.
I was telling her, I said, yeah, you can see bags under my eyes. She's like, I'm really tired, I'm out.
After days of no sleep, he now has a plan to cleanse the room. Moosey blends a special roux with various household ingredients to make a powdery substance that is believed to keep spirits away. Interestingly enough, the sound on his camera cuts out and this orb appears just outside of his room, so perhaps there is some value in what he's about to do after all. I think it's interesting how the sound cuts off again here, almost like the spirits don't want to hear him finish what he has to say.
Demons, be gone.
Or it could have just been a technical problem uploading the video to YouTube. Anyway, after completing the exorcism, he waits until 3 a.m. before declaring everything is okay. He didn't wait long enough though. This is what happens 5 minutes after 3 a.m.
Free me from all this. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Did you guys hear that?
I really wish he would have thrown open the door here, so we could have seen for ourselves what was on the other side. The fact that he waits for almost a full minute makes me wonder if this really was his nerves betraying him, or just stalling to give his friends time to get off camera. Nothing is in the other room, but if he wanted to prove beyond a doubt that his house was haunted, he should have swallowed his fear and opened the door a bit sooner. Easier said than done, I guess. Moosey did eventually move 2 years later. He and Hype Mike are giving a tour of their new house when it becomes apparent that his paranormal troubles are far from over.
Nick. Whoa.
The knocking comes from behind him, yet no one is at the door. However, in the mirror stands a small hooded figure, or maybe it's just the top of Hype Mike's hat. When they check the camera, the picture becomes garbled by what I suspect is paranormal energy from the same ghost as before. It's found their new address and it wants in. At 8 minutes and 27 seconds, they catch a glimpse of someone running up the stairs. Then they see it in a different monitor right outside of their door before the screen goes white. And that's when what happens in Moosey's old house at 3 a.m. repeats itself. The door somehow locks even though they're on the side with a lock on it. So that's either paranormal or just an oversight in their skit, but I was kind of let down when they show it. I'm sorry, but I absolutely refuse to believe that this person in an all-black spandex outfit is a ghost. So I'm not exactly buying this one, but it doesn't mean that the videos in his old house weren't real, or that this wasn't a crazy fan who got their address. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? And tap that YT and tap that follow button
Already
to
subscribed,
find
dude.
out. Number 1. This video, uploaded on October 19th of 2018 by a YouTuber named McLeylon, has gone viral across many different countdown channels. As many times as I've seen this video, none of them have ever given McLeylon proper credit. These channels all insist this video was real, but McLeylon is a super talented special effects artist who made this 3D model using a rubber duck of all things. When lightning strikes at 1 minute and 5 seconds, you can just barely make out the rubber duck shape against the sky. Other than that, there would be nothing to suggest that this was fake other than the title of the original posting, which literally calls it a Cthulhu rubber duck. I think McLeylon used a rubber duck to demonstrate that anything can be made scary using special effects, even toys. So if you ever see a countdown channel saying that this video is real, know that you're getting inaccurate information for that entry. I just wanted to give credit where credit is due.
I gotta admit, when I first saw that, I never once suspected that it could be a rubber duck special effect. Hey babe, you still awake?
Yeah.
You gotta see this real quick. Can you set up at all, or?
Yeah.
Look at that thing right there.
It was real, but Mick Leyland is a super talented special effects artist who made this 3D model using a rubber duck of all things. When lightning strikes at 1 minute and 5 seconds.
That does look like a rubber duck.
Yeah, but you know, when I first saw it, I didn't see a rubber duck there.
Oh yeah, knowing it's a rubber duck. Then.
Yeah, knowing now that's a rubber duck, you know, it's actually very fascinating that that this guy was able to pull off this effect with a rubber duck.
You can just barely make out the rubber duck shape against the sky. Other than that, there would be nothing to suggest that this was fake other than the title of the original posting.
That's actually quite impressive. Bravo, McLeland. Bravo. Alright. Okay, so that's the first Chills video, and next up we got install updates. Okay, so the next Chills video we have is 10 Siren Head sightings caught on tape. I don't know, just go with it.
Siren Head sightings are being reported all over the world. After a 30-year slumber, it appears to have awakened. Number 10. A YouTuber called Paranormal World repeatedly hears haunting voices of small children in this forest. Voices coming from areas too dense for any person to even get to. I can't understand what the kids...
You know, what even is Siren Head? It just seems like creepypasta is just kind of picking at straws at this point. I will say this: it's still more believable than Jeff the Killer.
Are saying either. Can you? Probably not. It sounds like something doing an impression of children, lots of them, though none of them are speaking English per se, and with no real human emotion. Soon the voices are accompanied by whatever this is. He continues walking around the circumference of the marsh to see if anything is on the other side. Sure enough, he hears this hauntingly familiar sound. I think those harsh beeps are what Siren Head plays when it's still a good distance away, and I think this flat drone is reserved for when it's located its next target. So if you are unlucky enough to hear that noise, it probably means it's already too late. Number 9. A YouTuber...
Really? That was so CG fake. Are you kidding?
X71 Nawaf is in his home country of Saudi Arabia when he hears a North American emergency weather warning broadcast on a clear day in English instead of his native language. Tell me what Siren Head is saying here. I can understand most of what is being said, but I think some words are misspoken because Siren Head doesn't know the language and is merely imitating phrases. My theory is that Siren Head puts out a weather warning to lure people from the safety of their home for a better look. It seems to work because he wanders out of his home and accidentally into the path of Siren Head itself. As As he unsuccessfully tries to hide, he learns firsthand the most unsettling fact about Siren Head of all, its ability to imitate those closest to you. The monster suddenly speaks Arabic and sounds like someone who I suspect this YouTuber personally knows, perhaps a family member, except their voice is far away and tiny, because it's that of a cryptid, not really theirs at all. He runs back inside and locks the door, but at this point it's of little use. Once you are spotted, there really is nowhere left to run. Cornered with absolutely no way to defend himself, there's nothing left to do but record his own doom. This hand at 1 minute and 46 seconds looks large and real, even in slow motion, fully capable of crushing a normal-sized person without problem, which I'm guessing is what happened next. Number 8. Siren Head's first sighting was in the Arizona desert in the 60s. The next sighting wouldn't be until the 90s in Tanyard Creek, Arkansas. And now in 2020, Siren Head seems to have awakened from its 30-year slumber to stalk and hunt once again. Siren Head is seen and heard crossing Lake Ferguson in Greenland. It looks like it at first, but when you zoom in, the arms look stiffly animated. It also looks somewhat unlevel as it wads through the water, so I'm not sure about this one. Number 7. A YouTuber named DX Army live streams from their hometown of Tanyard Creek, Arkansas, the same place where Siren Head once terrified locals in the summer of 1995. DX Army doesn't believe in Siren Head and feels confident because he and his friends have never even heard of him before until now. Now surrounded by fields and woods on a narrow trail, they accidentally leave their main flashlight behind and can't see as far ahead as they'd like. Still, they've been searching for quite a while and no sirens yet, so it looks like this video could be a bust. At this point, they've pretty much given up on cryptid hunting and are just trying their best not to get too turned around in the middle of the night. They're really deep in the woods when this happens. They aren't sure what direction to go next when they realize any direction is better than forward. The siren sounds faint at first,
Stuck in there.
No, I think we should go back like this way.
but as they linger in place, it gets their scent and grows louder.
Hello?
And suddenly changes into a chittering laughter as it prepares to hunt them down.
The freak?
Now they retrace their steps with more urgency than before, blindly charging into spiky vines that dig into their skin. Just when they think they are in the clear, a stranger calls out for help. Not quite human, but close. And I hear a beep immediately after.
Hold up. You hear that? Whoa. Hey!
They are still in complete disbelief and in shock too, scrambling to reason that it might be a park ranger or something, anything, besides what they know it to be, Siren Head.
Dude, what is that?
As it towers over them in the darkness, the DX Army learns, all too late, that Siren Head is there. Maybe they constructed a giant Siren Head statue themselves and acted scared, but if so, that seems like it would be pretty heavy to carry around and set up around different parts of the forest for almost 40 minutes, so I think this might be real. Number 6. Siren Head itself is as skinny as a tree.
Really? You think it's real? You think they are able to escape that situation and upload that video? You know, I get that it's a live stream and all that, but you know what? Let's take a look here. Let's take a look and see if DX Army. Oh look, they're still around. Yeah, if Siren Head was what quote real, yeah, those people, the DX Army and his friends would not have survived that.
And tends to stay in sparsely wooded areas, much like this one, to better blend in. A YouTuber named Morion recorded this Siren Head sighting on December 10th of 2019, many months before the cryptid became popular enough to go viral. He was alone in the woods when he heard this unforgettable noise. He stood very still as it walked by.
Why did I watch
and
this
is what
one?
he saw. A person in the comments section said that this sounds like tornado sirens from Chicago, and I wanted to get the opinion of anyone who lives there and has heard them. Siren Head is capable of imitating many different sounds. Maybe Chicago is where this video was taken, or maybe this was the sound it decided to imitate at the time, or...
Yeah, because Chicago is known for its hazy swamps, right?
If this was edited, then it probably was chosen because it was the creepiest sound effect Morion could find. Number 5. A warning siren rips through the small town. Even though the weather is fine, the loud siren keeps going on and off at random. So this curious resident grabs a camera and goes outside to record it. He never knew it was Siren Head looking for prey.
I love the YouTuber name SCP-000JN.
Creepy? Yeah, I think so, but there's a catch. Here are the final moments that other channels aren't showing, and it definitely makes all the difference. This editing error at the end is a total giveaway. Still, this video has gone viral, and a lot of people who haven't seen the end are freaking out thinking that it's real. I just wanted to lay the rumors to rest, and also say that the creator of this video, a YouTuber named SCP-000JN, has stepped forward to reveal that this is not a real Siren Head sighting after all. Number 4. This Siren Head sighting was taken somewhere in Australia. It looks pretty good at first, but when it moves its arms, it looks choppy and not exactly real. Basically, it looks like it needs a few more frames of animation to smooth out the leg and make it look a little more fluid. At 44 seconds, there's some sort of digital blur where the arm is not visible in the clouds. The perspective looks kind of wrong though, because I don't think its upper half would be sticking out of the clouds like that. Well, this is definitely a scary video. If Australia is free from Siren Head for now is up for debate. Number 3. Richie Roo has a Siren Head sighting for you, or so he claims. Take a closer look. Is this the infamous Siren Head cryptid, or is it just a roof structure? Siren Head is said to have an extremely thin neck pole made of flesh, with 2 small but loud sounds.
It looks like a cross on a church.
So you kind of see what he means.
It's a church.
On top.
Look at this. Look at it. It's a church structure. It's a church. This is a cross.
So I do kind of see what he means. It stands still during the day and tries its best to blend in until someone is unlucky enough to wander by, but I'm almost positive that this is just part of the building because there is an identical looking part sticking out here. There's also a chance I'm completely wrong about this, which would mean there would have to be 2. Number 2. Siren Head seems to prefer wooded and desert climates, as shown in this April 15th sighting in Morocco. Tell me what language is being spoken and what they're saying here. But I think it's odd how this cameraman focuses on this camel rider instead of the giant cryptid ahead. Still, when you zoom in on the cryptid, it has a surprising amount of extra detail that wasn't visible before, including these wires connecting the sirens to its lower legs. So maybe this is a real siren head sighting. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe, and the next graph of siren head shows up. And this photograph of siren head shows how easily it blends in with its surroundings. Its twisted exoskeleton resembles tree bark and would be easy to miss walking in the forest past sunset. The lighting in this photo looks real. The camera flash is brightest around its chest, and it's similarly bright at the same height on the tree. The way it gets darker around the neck and sirens likewise matches that part of the tree. So was this standing outside of someone's house? I don't know. Someone tell me if this is photoshopped or not, and how you can tell. These are scary videos that experts can't explain.
That is 12 and a half minutes of just dumb that I'll never get back. I'm reading some of these comments real quick. This was my favorite. Shout out to Sierra and Kelly. Everyone gangsta until the 5G tower starts walking. Alright, everyone, and now the moment you've all been waiting for. The 25 scariest videos of all time by Sir Spooks. The 1 hour video. Huh?
Just saying hi to Billy.
Ah, okay. Let go. Alright, now before anyone says anything else about this, I should point this out, that Sir Spooks even said this himself, that these are 25 creatures that he has previously mentioned on past countdowns. So if some of these videos seem familiar to you, that's why.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at the 25 scariest and most authentic looking creature videos of all time. Seeing as right now we are all under quarantine, this means that not a whole lot of people are going out to investigate the paranormal, and there's less activity in the community as a whole. Because of this, I figured what better time than right now to take a look back at the 25 videos of creatures captured on camera that I personally deem to be the scariest of all time. I have featured all of these videos for the past 4 years, and I thought it would be awesome to put the very best creature videos into one huge compilation and take a look at them with fresh eyes and fresh narration. Prepare yourself. This is a good one.
I'm ready, buddy. Let's do this.
For those that are unaware, a popular internet
The rake.
creepypasta or urban legend is that of the elusive rake, a humanoid creature that preys on people and attacks them similarly to the infamous Slender Man. The rake originated in 2006 and numerous videos have been posted to the internet claiming to have captured the scary creature on camera. However,
I'm glad that you got the dumbest one out of the way first.
the most convincing of these videos is by far this one published to YouTube by user Jimmy Jim Hogg on July 25th, 2011. It begins with the explanation, quote, "On the morning of July 14th, 2011, around 1:30 a.m.,
Hold on a second. Okay, I didn't know if I was,
began to hear
if
noises
this was
on
being
my
displayed or
roof,
not.
similar to the night before. I went out with my camera and recorded this video." End quote. For the first little while, nothing too crazy happens as we see the uploader walking around various areas. But a minute or so later, he falls off the roof uninjured and captured this on his camera.
I've been hearing some noises on my roof tonight. Hear that? Hear that? Yesterday I heard the same thing, but I didn't want to come out. The camera wasn't charged. I can hear something up there. Hear that? Hear that? Leave the machine open. Hello? Oh my god!
If this is indeed real, then we can only imagine how terrifying it must have been to look back on the footage only to see that creature staring back at you. It would be enough to give anybody the goosebumps. Without a doubt, aliens are one of the most widely believed in otherworldly entities, with many people all around the world insisting that they do exist. If this YouTube video published by Caught on Tape is real, then this is some really great evidence of their existence. It begins with a message informing us it was filmed on September 15th, 2011. A few seconds in, the man recording explains that he has been inactive due to a family emergency, when suddenly he hears strange footsteps coming from above him. A short while later, he ventures up into his attic to see if he can find anything. Moving his flashlight around various different areas, he seemingly finds nothing. That is, until a moment later when he starts to hear some scary noises. Take a listen and hear what was in his attic that night.
Nothing has changed. Hear that? I haven't been hearing the noises outside as much. You hear that? Listen. Since I've been back, most nights I've been hearing noises in my attic. And tonight, the noises have been the worst. Hello? Hello? What the heck is this?
Looks like it's been chowing down on your asbestos.
It's so slimy. Oh god. Hello? I think it's just a raccoon.
If that wasn't weird enough, he then sees a strange, alien-like face that is hard to notice at first unless you pause at just the right moment. Many people have stated this may be fake, so I want to hear your thoughts on this in the comments. Is this real or a hoax? Let me know.
Scare. Okay. Scare reaction. Genuine. Sounds of the alien. Definitely creepy. But that doesn't mean it's real. That's all I'm saying. I'm on the fence.
Are creatures that are believed to be from another planet altogether, or maybe another universe. This is one of the reasons why we don't have confirmation of their existence yet. However, when it comes to planet Earth, Bigfoot is perhaps the most widely believed cryptid in our world, with many people for decades making attempts at trying to prove their existence. In a video published by the YouTuber Lakeshore Trains on February 15th, 2013, we can see a man recording something in the forest in Bell Valley, Pennsylvania. This thing that he captures is widely speculated to be that of Bigfoot himself. Take a look and see what this man captured.
There it is. There. Do you see it? Okay.
Where's the
Did you see it?
Albeit brief, if you look closely, you can see some sort of tall, lanky figure walking rapidly out of sight from the camera, never appearing again. Both the tall stature of the figure as well as the mannerisms have led many people to believe that this may very well be the elusive creature himself. What do you think? Is this actual footage of Bigfoot caught on camera? Or was this just some elaborate staging? Tell me your thoughts below. The channel Best Horror Videos uploaded the following video to their YouTube channel on May 16th, 2015.
Are those eyes coming out of that fire?
With the chilling title, Weird Creature in Abandoned House. It starts off fairly normal, and nothing out of the ordinary happens, as we see what seems to be a group of friends enjoying themselves and chatting with each other late at night. However, they're peaceful and fun.
Yeah, it looks like, you know, there's some eyes right there, and there's the nose.
Night is just about to take a turn for the worse.
Ouais. Fait que ce fut c'est une super de belle soirée. Qu'est-ce que vous en pensez, les amis?
Moi, je pense que le feu, il est réussi à me check.
Hein? Frank, pogne la flashlight! Vite, pogne la flashlight! Fuck, c'était quoi? C'est où?
I remember this video. I remember seeing this on this I believe on this channel.
Les choses là!
Oh shit!
You?
Hey, c'est pas normal, c'est quoi?
Ça a bougé. Recule.
Something strange gets their attention, and they walk around slowly in the abandoned house. It may be hard to see, but if you pause, you can make out strange, figure-like shapes hiding in corners, as many commenters have pointed out. Nothing about this video seems overly staged to me, but I'm curious as to what you think happened that night. As always, any and all of your thoughts are most welcomed in the comment section down below. One of the
That one could be real.
scariest and most unnerving places anybody can visit is perhaps an insane asylum. The buildings are infamous for being incredibly creepy.
Oh, I've seen this video many times.
As soon as you set foot inside of them. It's one of the reasons why you see so many movies and shows, like American Horror Story, take place inside insane asylums, due to their scary nature. John Edmonds IV uploaded a video to YouTube on February 15, 2013, in which him and a friend went to explore the highly creepy Overbrook Insane Asylum. At first, the two friends don't seem to take anything seriously as they crack jokes back and forth with one another. John's friend then picks up a small piece of rubble and throws it down the hallway, which is when something horrific captures their attention. Take a look.
Well, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's one of those videos where I believe something is there,
Moving on all fours, a terrifying
but
creature slowly makes
I don't think it's
its way towards
supernatural.
John and his
I think it's
friend.
just
But
a
before
homeless
he
guy.
gets close enough to cause any sort of harm to them, they instantly flee the scene, and we can presume that they never came back. This was their warning that scary things can happen anywhere you go. On February 9th, 2016, a channel going by the name of A Man Ape Man uploaded the following short clip to his YouTube channel where he documents himself walking through a tunnel in an undisclosed location in Poland. Seeing as this exploration more than likely took place when it was dark outside, it begins with a wide view of the tunnel with a night vision filter. As the man walks around the tunnel, he sees something bizarre that causes him to run. Have a look and see what he captured on camera.
I had to pause up for a second on that one because this video was uploaded like about 2, almost 3 weeks after my dad had passed away, and hearing the dates being that close together, you know, just kind of eats me up a little bit. Alright. Whoa! I remember that, yep.
Although it is definitely short, this is something incredibly strange and will make you guess what he saw that day. Was it just somebody walking by late at night that the uploader thought was something else? Or was it actually a creature roaming around late at night, perhaps looking to haunt its next victim? I'll let you be the judge.
That's creepy, whatever that was.
Our next video, uploaded by the channel Sky Jets, starts off with a title card informing us that the following was filmed in Montreal, Canada, on September 26th to 27th, 2013. In the video, we follow a man as he walks around the woods late at night for some reason that is never given. Perhaps he is just going on a walk late at night, or maybe he was trying to find something to capture on camera, which would explain why he is filming this in the first place. As he walks by different parts of the forest, he seemingly doesn't find much. However, that all changes within the snap of a finger as he looks up and sees something that causes him to panic. Have a look and see.
J'entends du bruit depuis tantôt dans le champ. C'est vraiment bizarre. C'est comme dans une branche de la vie. Oh shit! My god. C'est quoi ça?
Oh, okay.
By freezing the video for just a brief moment, you can definitely make out some sort of pale-looking creature seemingly peering out at the man from behind the trees and bushes. What gives this video a more authentic feel is the uploader's reaction upon seeing the creature for the first time. It genuinely seems as though he just saw something that startled him and caused him to run for his life.
It was definitely a genuine reaction.
Last
I bet that he was trying to capture something, but I doubt he was expecting to see that.
Interval published a YouTube video on May 6th, 2007 that shows how sometimes the most horrific and terrifying of things can happen faster than you can even imagine, and is proof that your life can change or maybe even come to an end at any moment. He explains that the following is not his video, but says that two friends disappeared in 2006 while driving through a forest. The footage you're about to see was supposedly recovered from their camcorder. It begins with the two friends having a good time laughing with each other and having conversations as they drive around at night. The video goes on for...
Yeah, this is the quote-unquote humanoid that actually looks like a human being that attacks them while they're looking around the forest.
Few minutes documenting their late night drive.
I've seen this a few times on different channels.
When suddenly something terrifying happens to them.
Så jävla borta. Jag ser vilken modig. Jag ser inte varför det. Ska vi stoppa? Ja, men nog. Ja, så jag stoppar då.
Yeah, they stop right here. Yeah, very random spot to sit at to be discovered by this thing.
Det var nog förlåt.
As the strange, animalistic sound approaches them, we can hear a man let out a muffled noise as the camera drops straight to the ground, before ending shortly after. Is this real footage of two men's final moments caught on camera? Or was this a very brilliantly done setup?
Alright, I just got a real or fake. I gotta bring this up because it's just every time I see this clip, it reminds me of probably one of the funniest moments, at least from my perspective, from a very great TV show. Alright, you guys ready? Here we go.
It's a big man! A big man! Oh, it's a big man! A big man! This is it.
I'm always reminded of the Pigman moment from Seinfeld. Okay. Okay. And now we continue on from there. Sorry for that detour. I always have to bring it up because I've thought of it before. I've thought of it before, but I never actually, acted on it.
Let me know. For many people around the world, when the summertime rolls by, camping is an activity that people love to do. Sitting around at a campfire with your friends as you sit back, relax and tell stories is a blast to do. However, it would not be a blast any longer if something unexplainable and chilling happened to you, like it did to Ruben Mockery and his friends, as seen in this following clip published online on May 25th, 2010. At the start, everything seems completely fine and normal as we see a couple of men talking to each other and relaxing, but something in the distance immediately catches their eye. A strange pair of red eyes over a lake brightly illuminate the area, which is noticed by the cameraman and a few of his friends before vanishing into thin air.
Alright, boys. It says camping 2010. Is that a full moon? Guys, what is that? Hey Tom, guys? What? Oh my god. What is that? That's it. That's it. Oh my gosh. What is it? I don't know. Oh crap. Get in, guys. Get in. Where's Tom at? Where's Tom? Tom! Alright, dude, we got the boat! Over there! Come on! Get you, dude! Jump! Come on, get in here with us! Oh my gosh! Come on, Tom! Oh, swim, man! Swim, Tom, swim! There it is! Did you see it? You see it? No, hold on. Dude, if we get this on camera... There it is! That's it! Dude, why does he keep chasing us? I don't know. Oh my goodness. That is, oh my gosh. He's supposed to jump in the water. Are you serious? Oh my gosh!
I remember that video too. Now, one thing that I gotta point out about it is that this creature that's glowing red eyes is wearing human clothes. So I'm thinking that that's just one of their friends mixed with some pretty damn good special effects.
It definitely seems like something quite authentic, as the banter between the group seems very genuine. I'm curious to hear your take on this as well, so be sure to tell me that in the comments. The YouTube channel Jackway Ricky uploaded this video to YouTube on April 3rd, 2012. In the description, the uploader states, quote, "A strange creature appeared to us as we explored an abandoned swimming pool on the outskirts of Angoulême. We still don't know what it is. It's
I remember this one.
End quote. Watch this and see what these two friends witnessed on this terrifying night.
Alright, display is on. Hey. Boss.
Là, là. Le petit quoi? Ah, le petit truc rouge là? Là, ça sonne pas. C'est sûr.
As the pair walk around and explore the area, they shine their flashlight on a corner where some sort of lanky and strange creature pops its arms and head out, but quickly retorts it when it notices it is being filmed. This understandably causes a lot of panic within the two friends as they run from the area and hopefully never looking back. These kinds of experiences are sure to cause nightmares to anybody that has to go through it firsthand. And who knows what happened here too, as there's never been a follow-up video, which makes this entry even more frightening. Connor Does Adventure frequently uploads videos to his YouTube channel documenting his experiences in his everyday life and has a small community of fans that enjoy watching his content. On November 19th, 2016, however, he published a video that sees him and a few of his friends exploring a tunnel nearby. Seeing as they are all kids, they probably wanted a bit of adrenaline and hoped to catch something on film. If that is what they wanted, then they succeeded, but probably had nightmares after this was filmed. As his friend group slowly walks around the dreary and scary tunnels, they stop dead in their tracks as they notice something strange at the other end of the tunnel. When they get a better look at what it is, they soon run for their life.
What's up, everyone? It's Connor Everything Videos. And here I have with me Cameron Cottom and Lucas.
Yeah.
Wait, shh. What the fuck? What? Wait.
What is that?
I can't see it. Okay, you can't see it on the camera. I can't see it.
I don't know. Too dark. What is that?
Just focus your mind on what the...
What is it?
Did you come on here with me? I want to be right there.
Well, dude. Get back. Get back.
No!
Get back. Get the bag. Back up.
What? Go! Go now!
Experiencing something like this when you are an adult is sure to freak you out for a very long time, but when you see this when you are a child, it is sure to stay with you for much longer and will cause you to think what it is you saw that day. This is one day that Connor and his friends will not soon forget. So far, we have already touched upon immensely popular creatures such as the mysterious Bigfoot as well as aliens, but one of the most unsettling urban legends is that of the Pigman. A Pigman is exactly what it sounds like, a half-human, half-pig, which is sure to be a horrific thing to see in person.
No, I'm not bringing that clip. I'm not bringing the clip back up.
If this video that he uploaded online on July 15th, 2007 is indeed real. As the uploader and his friend venture around the woods late at night, they begin to hear bone-chilling sounds that they are unsure of what truly are. have a listen to some of the frightening sounds that they heard that night.
I would come up to him for a second and then leave. I know a lot of ghost hunters talk about orbs of light, but I always thought those were crap and they'd take pictures of them. And it's like, this looks like it could possibly be an orb. I don't know, maybe. What was that? Huh? What was that?
We're gonna get eaten by dogs.
Or a pig. No, I think... Well, that was... Listen.
For a while afterward, the two are seen to be in shock and question each other on what they think the noises that they heard are. But a little bit later, something even scarier happens to them.
What is that? You hear that? What is this? Well, it smells like sewage, nasty. What was that? I don't know. It's probably it out. I don't know.
What is that? What is that?
Being chased by something like this is sure to give anybody the scare of their life. Many people in the comments agree that the sounds coming from the pigman sound incredibly real, and think the video is as well. I want to know what you think. Is this real, or is this just...
Again, why is he wearing human clothing? It's obviously a staged hoax.
Just another friend of theirs helping to make a scary video. All of your thoughts are appreciated in the comments. The Canadian urban explorers.
You know, if you want to make an authentic scary video like that, then you gotta go all out. No clothing. You know, if you want to act like you're like this cryptid creature, humanoid thing, and all that, you can't wear civilized clothing. Go all out. You gotta get nude for something like that.
A group of individuals that set out to explore abandoned places in Canada, and, as you can probably guess, they often capture some extremely terrifying and creepy things on a regular basis. In a video uploaded to YouTube,
Who puts that on a wall? Where is your cunt?
on August 5th,
Who does
2016, we are shown the group as they explore an abandoned insane asylum located
Wow.
somewhere in Canada. As they brush by the graffiti-covered walls, they hear a chilling noise that causes them to freeze for a brief moment, before moving upstairs to investigate further. The panic begins to settle in as they make their way to the top of the staircase and slowly creep around the corners, carefully ensuring their safety. As the man recording makes his way to the top, he sees something that surely caused his heart to skip a few beats.
Shh. Did you hear that? Frank, that was coming from upstairs. Let's go see. Go upstairs. Go upstairs. It came from upstairs. It's up the stairs. Hey, guys. Shh, no.
Okay. I gotta do it again. Just because. Alright, okay, one second. Okay. Alright, now, as you guys know, I am a big fan of the Vanoss group. You know, they helped, you know, inspired me to start, you know, my own channel and all that. So, you know, I gotta give them credit as well in some of my videos. And as a tribute to this current clip that we're watching from for Nuke's Top 5, I just have to point out that Marcel said it best.
Bunch of fucking zombies running around.
Listen. First
right here.
First. Gotta go back to our cabins. Okay.
Why?
We gotta plan this out.
Let's get in the fucking car and leave.
There's
Why do
no
white
car.
people always want to
There's no
stay
cars.
around?
There's no.
Thank you. Basically, I do work. Why is so much wrong with me? Okay.
Because I want to get this shit on video. I want to get this shit on video, man. Did you watch the Asylum? They filmed my scenes and everything up here. Shit, man. I don't want to get fucking shh. Oh, shit. Go, this way. Where'd the other guys go? Where'd the other guys go?
Why do white people always want to stay around? Okay, wait, hold on here a second. I gotta make sure.
The way the creature looks and the way it moves around on the ground seems extremely authentic, and if this is a hoax, it would be an incredibly clever one at that.
See, now, that's what I'm talking about right there. This guy is nude. This guy went all out for this, if it's a hoax. That is commitment to the part. But again, that's only if it's fake.
In your house, one of the most probable locations for it to hide out in would most definitely be your attic, seeing as you probably don't enter it too often, and plus, it is a small dark room that they probably like to hide in. David Ribordow shared this video to the internet, in which we quickly learn that some terrifying noises are coming from his attic. It seems as though his wife or girlfriend is filming him as he goes up slowly to investigate. As he goes up, he begins to hear even more weird noises, and a few boxes begin to move. Soon enough though, he ultimately makes the wise decision to climb down. But as he does, if you watch the attic, as he is about to close it, you can see the horrific face of the creature peering with its eyes for a brief moment. A terrifying thing to see when you look back at the footage.
It was just a feeling.
The couple most definitely got the scare of their lifetime. On October 21st, 2018, a woman by the name of Mattie Ann shared
I
a
remember this one
YouTube
too. This is a
in
good
which
one.
She immediately explains that she has been hearing some weird noises that she cannot explain. In the video, she records outside that we can hear some incredibly weird, muffled sounds coming from around her house, which causes her to go outside quietly in the hopes of capturing whatever it is that has been disturbing her.
Hearing the craziest noises. Listen.
There it is.
Hello?
And there, the tree, the tree, the tree, the tree.
If you look closely at around the 2-minute mark, you can see a creepy figure quickly run by the trees, which it seems Mattie did not notice while she was recording. We can only hope that Mattie has by now solved this problem and has found out what has been haunting her for a long time now.
Alright guys, the top 10.
As we touched upon earlier, one of the most widely believed in cryptids in the world has to be that of Bigfoot.
I've seen this one.
An extremely tall creature that likes to hide in the woods. Colin Haggerty might have his own Bigfoot evidence that he captured on tape, if this video is authentic, that is. In his video uploaded to YouTube on July 28, 2018, him and a few friends spot something relatively close to where they are, which leads him to pull out his video camera and begin taping his night.
Oh, there it is. We've seen this thing. Dude, what is that? It's fucking Yeti. I'm not kidding. That thing's, we've seen it multiple times. It's coming over here. It's coming over here. Go inside. Oh my god. Oh, it went down again. Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god. Can someone get the flashlight? Go get the flashlight, Eric. Holy fuck. What the fuck is that?
Nobody, everybody's inside.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, you're on it right now. Right there. You see it right there? It's huge. See it over there? Right there. You see it walking? Dude, that's on TV. Watch it. Get the flashlight on it. Hey! Hey! Oh, that's fucking it's a person. They're messing with us. Dude, this isn't a game. Why don't we get the big
That's not a person.
It could be easily just someone messing around in a ghillie suit.
No one's here.
Something over there is making noise. My heart is pounding right now.
The creature begins to move a little bit closer to Colin and his friends as each second passes by and eventually manages to disappear without a trace, much to the surprise of Colin, his friends, and us. What's weird too is that when he sees Bigfoot for the first time in the video, he says
Yeah, I'm gonna say this right now. Real or fake? It's the most compelling Bigfoot video I've ever seen.
Out loud, quote, "We have seen him multiple times before," end quote. Nevertheless, this video does have a feeling of authenticity to it. Do you think this is real evidence of Bigfoot? Let me know in the comments. A couple of friends are seen having some sort of a campfire late at night in an undisclosed location in France. Similar to a lot of videos like this on the internet, it all starts out happily and nothing scary happens as we see the uploader and his friends having a good night with lots of smiles to be had. But that quickly changes when the cameraman sees something extremely strange and horrifying peek its head from around the tree where his campfire is.
Vous avez vu un truc encore bouger?
Minou, minou, j'ai trouvé ta mère.
Putain!
Non, c'est donc une de gueule.
Pourquoi t'as laissé tomber la porte?
Pour éclairer, putain!
When he sees this strange, alien-like head pop around the corner, instead of panicking, he slowly backs up away from the scene, which seems very genuine. As he quietly moves back to where he was, he takes a quick peek behind the trees where he initially saw it, only to discover that it is no longer there. As with any video like this, it could have been some clever CGI work,
That's
or
true.
even the use of practical effects, but then again, it could also be chilling evidence that proves the existence of aliens.
I don't know.
James Jones ventured out to the woods in Tennessee one day as he was setting up to take pictures for the day, as he explains that he loves to take photos of the wilderness and various wildlife. In the description of the upload, he explains that when he walked around a little bit further, he came across this bone-chillingly creepy figure, which most definitely caused him to freak out a little inside. Take a look at James' bizarre discovery.
I lived here for going on 7 years. I walked 100 miles through these woods. Never seen that shape before right there. See it?
Why is it not moving?
Was I here earlier? Yeah, no, it's not stoned. It's not a broken tree or whatever. I don't know. It looks like it's connected right there.
That's
What's
nothing.
weird about this figure is that it quite literally is as still as a statue, not moving a single inch.
That's probably because it is a statue.
Video. He also explains in the description that it is not some sort of weird tree stump either. We made
It probably is a statue or a mannequin of some kind.
never know what James saw in the woods that day, as he never got close enough to see its true form. I don't blame him.
I'm not buying that one for a second.
The YouTube channel Caught on Tape, a popular spot on the platform for people to watch scary videos of ghosts and creatures caught on camera, shared the following video on October 5th, 2011. It starts off by informing us that it was filmed on July 23rd, 2011. In the video in question, we are shown a man as he goes in to explore a highly unnerving looking abandoned house that is completely run down in every way possible, with rubble and various other debris laying in the house. Throughout, we can hear various horrific sounds, such as high-pitched screaming, as well as low creaking noises, almost like the infamous sounds made famous in the popular horror movie The Grudge.
I'm out in the woods. This is Andrew. I haven't actually introduced him yet, but, there it is. You hear that? That's the noise. We've been following this noise back here. You can hear it? Okay, we just need to be quiet. You know why? Is that a house? That's a freaking house.
Looks like
There's no house on my property. I've never seen it.
However, perhaps the scariest moment in this clip comes at around the 6-minute mark as the man recording begins to hear an array of unexplainable noises when suddenly something happens that leads to him fleeing from the area and never returning.
Is that? Shoot!
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Just get out of the house! Just get back to the house! Just get back to the house!
Interesting video, to say the least.
Sightings and other videos related to the creature can be found on the YouTube channel named Paranormal Witness.
It's a horse.
Although they don't upload too often, whenever they do upload, their videos are highly believable and show pieces of footage that will make even the biggest of skeptics have a hard time explaining things. This video, titled Black Forest Alien Sighting or The Shed, has a long explanation behind it. Quote, "For several years, Russell Elliott has experienced strange events near his home in Black Forest, Colorado. Elliott's home is roughly 2 minutes from the legendary Black Forest haunted house, which is thought to be a rainbow vortex. This location has intrigued paranormal investigators, spiritualists, and thrill seekers for years. Elliott began recording these events with his home video camera after witnessing strange light formations in the forest near his home." End quote. We are shown footage of Elliott panning his camera around the Black Forest for a while on a cold, eerie night. Silence fills the air for a while.
Just like this night.
So quiet you could quite literally hear a pin drop. But that all changes when Elliott points the camera in a certain direction and sees something that horrifies him. Everything about this video seems greatly authentic, from the video's quality, the backstory, and even the title card that looks like it is some sort of classified video. I'm curious to hear what you think about
Okay, the head
too.
moves. I didn't notice that at first.
Below. On July
5 more
6th,
left.
2017, a YouTube video was uploaded that documents a couple of friends as they set off firecrackers late at night in the woods in
I've seen this video.
They seem to be having a night filled with fun and laughs for a while. But as one of the men begins to wander around the area, he soon notices something that chills him to the bone. Whenever he notices it, he instantly tells his friends that they need to get out of the area immediately, and even says, "I'm not going near that thing." As they begin to slowly move away, something downright petrifying chases them away.
Dude,
Yeah, that's him off.
happy 4th.
Happy 4th indeed.
Are you an idiot?
Watch out.
What is that? Dude, what is that? Let's get the hell out of here. I'm not getting near that. I'm not getting near that. We got to tell
hell out of here.
No. Run. Go! Run! Run!
Again. That's creepy. That's creepy. But again, assuming that that is fake, you know, that's dedication to the part. He is naked.
God. What the hell? What the hell? What?
That's dedication to the part right there.
Some people have pointed out that it looks like some person with fake blood covered all over their body. Others have said it is fake due to the laughter throughout, but others have insisted this is real. What do you think about this video? One thing is for sure, if this is real, these friends will never want to go near that place again.
Well, it's definitely creepy either way. Number 4.
Richard Grepenik posted this bizarre and unsettling video to the internet on August 12, 2017, with the
I remember
title,
this one.
Evil Creature Caught on Tape. In it, we can hear Rick call up a friend of his and tells him that he's recording his backyard because he has been seeing something approach his porch and it is freaking him out. His friend on the phone asks him what's going on, to which Rick says that he has been seeing a creature that looks human-like in his yard, and it is the second time it has happened to him. The two have a conversation for a while about what Rick is seeing, but eventually we gradually begin to see a hair-raisingly disturbing creature work its way up to Rick's porch.
Alright, you're not gonna believe this. I got it on video now. I put the iPad in the window and now this thing's coming up to the steps in my backyard, Mike. Just yeah, no, it's a demonic creature. It's not human.
Peace, come support, he knows it's going to your life over for your age. Very good, nothing's going to come. When you lay down at night, no sudden get what's going on.
Oh my God, there it is, Mike. It came back. Oh my gosh.
I command you to go in Jesus' name.
This thing is looking weird. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It knows something's going on, man. This thing is. Oh my gosh. I don't know what happened. We got disconnected.
It then disappears for a brief minute or two, before emerging once more to slowly walk up to Rick's porch, before disappearing a second time, and seemingly for good this time. If this is real, it is truly amazing how Rick managed to stay so calm while an unexplainable creature was in his yard. I think that most people would be panicking immensely. Then again, Rick may have been scared, but he showed no sign of fear, which might have helped him stay safe that night.
Possibly, yeah. Or it could be fake.
Earlier on,
Connor Does Adventure again.
Channel named Connor Does Adventure, and showed a video of his in which he and his friends explored an abandoned tunnel and captured a chilling creature on camera. It seems that Connor and his friends were not done with the exploration, as they published this video on September 8, 2018, where this time they set out to explore an abandoned sewer late at night. A minute into the upload, things already look bad for Connor and his buddies, as you can make out a creature frozen in place, standing and staring in the back, which nobody seems to notice while filming. The creature can be seen a few times throughout the video, although it is definitely hard to notice, and you will have to look in every single area of the video to spot every appearance it makes.
Okay, I saw that one.
It's probably the wind is blowing the fence.
Dude. Yeah, we get it. Wait. It's funny. No, why you're scaring us.
Dude, I don't even feel comfortable going.
but without a doubt, the creepiest appearance from the creature has to be from about 13 minutes in, when it is seen eerily climbing the sewer, much to the befuddlement of Connor and his friends. Take a look and see what they caught on tape.
No. What? Dude.
Okay. Dude, we gotta go!
Yeah, I'd be getting out of there too.
Dude. Stupid, why would you stand?
Yes! I can't say it best. Dude, this is stupid. Why are we just standing here? What?
Dude. Stupid, why would you stand?
Why are we just standing here?
We gotta go, we gotta go! Okay.
Alright, one thing I gotta point out. Oh, sorry, hold on. Why this cat is up here just chilling on this railing? When that thing's coming right out of the grate.
Similar to the video that he published in the...
If I was that cat, I'd just be booking it if I saw that coming out of the sewer
This video
grate.
does not have any sort of part 2 or follow-up, so it seems like we may never get any concrete answers as to what he saw in the sewers that day. But whatever it is, looked remarkably real and highly unsettling.
Number 2.
The YouTube channel Cringy Parkour described the following entry by saying, quote, "I heard screeching or screaming or something in the tunnel and I wanted to go check it out. At first I thought it was a pig or something, but what I recorded on my camera was obviously not a pig. If you guys have any idea what this is, please tell me." As the man recording walks in the tunnel to investigate, he hears animalistic sounds coming from further down, causing him to panic and call out for answers. Then, as he ventures even further, he soon realizes that he has made a massive mistake, as something awaits him on the other end.
What the hell? Hello?
Whatever was in the tunnels that day sounded incredibly angry and dangerous. It's a good thing that this man managed to flee the tunnels as quick as he did, because who knows what this creature would have done to him had he not left the area fast enough. The user Leviathan shared this clip of himself wandering around the nearby forest late at night as he started to hear some frightening noises that piqued his interest and made him want to go investigate and look for answers. Throughout, we can hear never-ending sound similar to that of a pig man, like we have mentioned before. Amazingly, Leviathan keeps his calm and manages to walk around even more, despite the sounds growing even louder and closer with every footstep he takes. But as he shines his flashlight at a nearby tree, he captures something on film that is going to stick with him for the rest of his life.
Yeah, I probably would bail too if I saw that.
The creature in question doesn't stick around for long and moves away from the scene before Leviathan can get a closer look at it. Although Leviathan has no idea what this creature could have possibly been, one commenter suggests that this could be a creature known as a crawler. They are allegedly carnivorous and are typically found within various parts of the United States as well as Canada. Luckily though, this commenter says that crawlers are not usually known to be too dangerous, so it seems like Leviathan has nothing to worry about. At least, we can only hope he has nothing to worry about.
That's a good one.
That was the 25 scariest creature videos of all time. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then...
Great compilation there, Spooks. Great compilation. Alright. Okay. Okay, I don't know what that reply was about, but oh well, whatever. Alright, thank you guys so much for joining me on this. This will definitely be on the archives tomorrow for those of you who didn't get a chance to watch tonight. I love watching these at night though, because you know it really pushes my threshold of what I can endure throughout the night while watching. So, you know, for all those who, you know, who do stay up at night to watch these with me, you know, very much appreciated. Love y'all so much. And like and subscribe, and because you know it helps me out, and you know, I can keep delivering you great content as well. Also, there's a new Dead by Daylight video out if you guys want to watch that. It's another ripped episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Just yeah, I was done. I'll just sit.